So Stephen has done it with Haas Productions. He's done my banners. He's done some of my prints. And so shout out to you, Stephen. So let us start with our very first one, two, Samuel. Make sure I got your name right. Love, Elise, Baughman. It was so much fun voicing Pan. It was actually my first voiceover job. I was doing on-camera work and wanted to get into voiceover. Oh, there's Kevin. Oh, save this live. Okay, I will. This, I practiced one time to make sure I even knew how to save lives. I think I've got it. And plus I've got my buddy Todd from Streamily here, so he can help me. But Pan was my first voiceover job to book and first anime character to book. So I love Pan for so many reasons. Samuel, this is for you. You're awesome, Samuel. So we will get this to you ASAP. Thank you so much. So I have that for you, and I think I have one more. Let me see. Let me make sure I make a note so you get that. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you are. So it's L. Samuel SSS7. Okay, I'm glad I saw your comment. Yes, you have another one because I saw that before we even got started. Let's see. Yours is coming up. I think I saw one pop up, but Samuel, I saw yours, so we're going to get to your other one because I already have it set aside for you. But right now we've got Susan. Let's see. And shout out to Ozzy. This was one of my first commissioned pieces, and I love Ozzy and his wife, Huey. It's Ozzy Osdavirus. And in fact, I've got two from him. You'll see this is from Ozzy as well. He is so talented. And let's see what, thank you for giving, oh, you're welcome. Susan says thank you for giving her voice. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I think I'm just writing Susan on this one. I have, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I tried to get all fancy. I've got one monitor over here and then one over here. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm going to write it to you. Are you on here, Susan? I hope so. I think so. Let's see. I was seeing if Susan popped up. Okay, I'm going to write it to Susan. Ooh, I think I'm going to do it in white because white looks really good on this one. Let me do my practice. So to Susan, love, Elise, Baughman. Boom. Hello, somebody says hi. Okay, so Susan, this one is for you. Thank you so much. We will get that to you. Oh, there's kind of a glare. There we go. And let me write something on the back so we make sure we send it to the right person. And I see somebody says, oh, Samuel, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a cool photo from Oz. Well, a piece of artwork. I shouldn't call it a photo. Okay. So that is for Susan. Somebody said, how do you protect your voice? I've been lucky that I haven't lost my voice doing Pan. I do have asthma, so I've sometimes lost my voice because of asthma. But things that I recommend, definitely room temperature water. It's better for your vocal cords. Vocal rest if you have a lot of work coming up. Warm tea or warm drinks are good. Sodas are not good for you. I didn't think about where to put these after they were done. So some things like that. I also do vocal warm-ups before I start. So whether I'm recording from home or going into the studio, I have this series of vocal warm-ups. They're kind of silly. I've shared them in my group in private classes, and I look silly. Oh, thank you, Sith 1744. Well, David, yeah, I have asthma, but it's something that I've had since I was a child, so I've gotten very used to it. And sometimes exercise induced, and sometimes it's allergy related. So now I keep my inhaler somewhere around here. I keep it with me all the time. I have 1 or 2 bad bouts a year with it, and I just learned to deal with it. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else there is. Yeah, in fact, you may have heard this story before if you've heard an interview with me, but I was actually having a bout of asthma when I had the audition for Pan, and so I was sounding a little raspier than usual when I booked Pan, and so then when I started recording, I was kind of nervous because I was like, oh no, that rasp is gone, because when I'm saying cheeseburgers, fries, and blueberry pies, there is no rasp. So it was, I kept going, oh gosh, am I gonna get fired? So about 5 episodes in or so, I was like, okay, I think they're gonna keep me. And so, 65 episodes later in a movie, I felt pretty good about the job. Oh, we see, so Super Saiyan's Mac joined. So if you're just joining us, this is a live signing in partnership with Streamily. I've pinned the shop in case there's some item or print or pin that you're interested in. But I'm so excited that everybody has joined. You look like a teacher. Oh, and you love kids. I do. I love kids. I have been teaching kids, in fact, in some form or fashion. I've never actually been a teacher, but I started teaching sports when I was 17, and so I've taught kids mainly sports or now acting. So I've taught something to kids and adults since I was young. Okay, so let me click complete on that. Okay, Samuel, this is your other one. Let's see, so this one was by another graphic artist, graphic designer, Amy, and I love how she put this together. Really cool. Some of my favorite poses of Pan. I love this little one. I think it's so spunky. Oh, I already had one set out for this. So Samuel, let's see, no special instructions, so I'm gonna make another one too. I'm gonna use white on this one too. Make sure my white paint pen is working. So what other questions do y'all have? Oh, Red Star Moretti says I like that one. Yeah, I think this is a cool one. Do you have other questions about Pan? Oh, okay, I see David says, do you prefer voicing good characters or evil ones? See, I think, I'm going to grab another question for later. Why did you? Oh, and okay, I'll get to the next question. So, if I remember this, by Sailor Moon Lover. So I mostly voice good characters. I think it would be really fun to voice an evil character, but I think I've mostly voiced like good characters. So maybe one day. And then somebody asked, I think you asked if I replaced Kara Edwards. I did not. Kara Edwards is the voice of Videl. She's super fantastic. Oh, and somebody said, can we see your commercial with Lindsay Seidel? We did a TGI Fridays commercial. I don't think we ended up in the commercial, but we were there and we had a fantastic time together, and I love Lindsay, and we ended up chit-chatting most of the day about so many fun things, about anime, about acting, about life, about family, she's fantastic, as you probably know. I just love her so much. So that was our actor life outside of anime. Okay, so Samuel, here is your other one. Thank you, Samuel. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Okay, I'm going to set this to the side and make a note. Thank you, Samuel. And I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, Timothy. Let's see. Oh, I do. So he drew a version of Panami. I do remember that. It was really cool. Thank you for that. It has been a while. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put that right there. Let's see. Picture with both you and your character is something I would probably design as well. Oh, very cool. Thank you. I'm Oh, I see a couple other people I know who joined. I don't know. You'll have to say hi before I can call you out, in case you're just secretly watching. Okay, and then I've got a headshot that I'm going to sign. So this is one of my, I call it my hosting. Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong headshot. It's similar, but what I call my hosting headshot. So it's this one, and this one is for Jan, and I'm actually going to write the name. So I played Momiji's mother in Fruits Basket, the reboot. I actually played her in the original as well, along with Rika. And fun fact, so if you've seen both, then you know that we kind of did our normal American speak in the original, and then I had to do a German accent for the reboot, which I had to work really hard on. Fortunately, my husband speaks German, so he was able to help, and then Caitlin Glass, who directed me, was fantastic. And I actually, up until literally yesterday, I thought she spoke German. She's so good at her German accent that I thought she spoke German. And I had somebody in need of a German fluent speaker, and so I got in touch with her yesterday, and I said, you know, I have a job for you. They need a fluent German speaker, and she did not speak fluent German. And I was like, oh, you had me fooled, because she's so good, and she directed me so well, because I really did have to work hard. So yeah, that was so much fun, but it was something that I had to really work on. So I am going to sign this in a white marker and make it to Jan. Oh yeah, the white shows up very well. To Jan. But I love that, you know, as an actor, it's really fun to try something new. And I did all the things that you would have imagined. I watched YouTube videos. I worked on the German accent. I did get my husband to help. We also have another friend who speaks German, and so I asked for her help. Okay, so I'm going to put Momiji's mother. And then I'm also going to write a quote, but I will do that a little bit later because I have to think of a good one for that. So I will make sure I do that before we send it to you, Jan. So thank you. I hope you're on there. On here with me. Okay. And remember, if you are just joining us, this is a live partnership with Streamily for a live autograph signing. I'm super excited. They've just been fantastic. And if you want to go to the store, they've set up a really cool store for me. And in case you haven't seen, oh, there's Jan. Oh, okay. 1744, you're Jan. Oh, hey, yay. I'm glad you said something. I'm glad I saw it pop up. That's awesome. Jan here, yay. And if you haven't seen this pan pin, I did this in partnership with the Geek Side, because, you know, Pan should have gone Super Saiyan, right? Am I right? And so they did this cool pin for me where it was as if she went Super Saiyan. So I love this. That is in the store too. Oh, Betty from Shinchan. I think, oh, could you do my signed? Oh, I didn't hold up the print. I forgot to do that. Thank you, Jan. So here is Jan's signed print to Jan. Love, Elise Baughman. I put Momiji's mother, and then Jan, I think, I was thinking of, oh, I have it written down. I was thinking of what I am going to say on this as a quote. Where did I write it? I think I am going to say, and you can even tell me in the chat, but, I wrote it down somewhere. But, oh, Momiji, is that really you? Because this is when she sees him, and, you know, Momiji's friend sees Momiji's sister for the first time. And I keep saying Momiji, because that's how we said it in the original, and then it kind of went to the pronunciation of Momiji with a different emphasis. So that's what I am going to write somewhere else on here before I send it to you. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Oh, you're at a convention right now. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, and Forever the Todd says, could you merge your careers and open up a, ow, it went too fast. Open up a, I wish I could see it on my screen. Merge your careers and open up a tax and something else. And then I missed somebody else's comments. This is the problem of looking on my phone. I wish I could also see it on my computer screen. Do I know Stephanie Shea? You know, I do know her. It has been a really long time since I have seen her. And because I used to live in LA, and so I saw her when I lived out there. I love her. She is so fantastic, and she's hilarious. I follow her on Twitter and Instagram. What's my favorite character besides Pan? Oh, and yes, Pan deserves to have a Funko Pop. I would love for her to have a Funko Pop. I need to tell somebody. Oh, here. Oh, somebody else says, oh, Jan, you're in the accounting field. Okay. So, my favorite character besides Pan, that's really hard to say. I don't know if I could pick a favorite, but I think sometimes it's, you know, what did you have fun doing? Well, I love it all. You know, I'm not doing accounting, so I just love it all. I loved, and this isn't even anime, I loved doing this show called Boz the Bear, which is an animated series, so it's actually pre-lay and not anime, and it was really cool because we got to see the entire process of creation from our characters to how they evolved, and had to sing in that one, and we got to record together, and you probably heard actors talk about the difference between anime and animation, which they also call prelay. So that was really cool. Let's see, have I worked with Streamily? I'll come back to that. I love her too. So that was really cool because it was so different. So I've loved that, but I just think I love acting. My agent even makes fun of me. She's like, I know you'll take any job there is. You will do it. I can count on that. So I just love it, and I love that even though I've been doing it for a long time, I don't work in corporate anymore, so I just keep like doing the hustle and working hard. So I love all of the characters. Jeremy Lee, let's see, I don't know that we've actually, have we worked together? I know her and love her, and we have worked on some of the same jobs, but maybe never been in the same room together. I interviewed her for Anime Adventures, and it was so fun to see her because it had been a long time since I had seen her, but she's a total sweetheart. Loved her. Oh! Mom's Out Marketing. Hello, Sarah. You just joined. It's so good to see you. Sarah's one of my good friends. Yay. I should have gotten your advice because you go live a lot. Oh, Zane. Okay, Zane's in one of my group classes. Yay, I'm so glad you joined. Okay, let me see. Let me complete this one. And I've got a signature on this. So I want to give a shout out to my friend Sarah Dunn who did this. This is a painting that she did, and I have the original in my, not this office, but in my, actually where I have my voiceover booth. And I feel so fortunate that I have the original, but she did this and she's so talented, and I met her at one of my first conventions. So I love this with Giru. So let's see, this is to Kevin. Oh, and I'm going to write, don't worry, Giru, I'll take care of you. I remember that line. Don't worry, Giru, I will take care of you. So let me sign this. Yeah, and Sarah, I see at so many conventions. It's always so great to see her. I really love art and meeting artists. And if you're an artist, I have this thing that I started on my other channel, like other social media platforms. So if you go to @AdventuresAnime, we do an artist spotlight about once a week. It just kind of depends. Every once in a while I get busy and miss a week. But there's a link in my bio that will be available again starting tomorrow where you can fill out a form and submit artwork, and that will give you the opportunity to be considered for our artist spotlight. And it's been so cool because I used to do art in high school. I've just kind of gotten away from it, and then during the pandemic started doing it a little more. I've realized I'm a perfectionist and that I started drawing a pan and I still haven't finished but one day I will. Okay, so this is to Kevin, and I'm going to say, don't worry, Kiru. Don't worry, Kiru. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, I love that. Don't worry, Kiru. I'll take care of you. There you go, Kevin. Wonder which Kevin this is. I know a couple of Kevins who are in the Dragon Ball world. Thank you, Kevin. I hope you're here. Let's see. What other do I think you will ever show up in Dragon Ball Super? I don't know. Do you? That would be awesome. Ow! And somebody said, which grandpa do I like better? I can't answer that. I love them both. I love them both. Oh, what else? Okay, let me mark that complete. Oh, and somebody got a pin. I love it. I love these pins so much. Okay, and on these I typically sign right there. So I'm going to sign right there. Carrie Savage. Have I met Carrie Savage? I have. Oh, it's Kevin. It's Kevin Todd. I thought it was that Kevin. That Kevin, that's who I was thinking of. Thank you. Kevin is in my group class right now. I have a group acting class going on, and we are having so much fun. We do character voices and do commercials, and I did my silly little, I mentioned my vocal warm-up. I did my silly little vocal warm-up for them. Let's see. Oh, somebody said you did another voice besides Pan. You did Grandma Pan in the final episode. Yes, I did Grandma Pan. I'm trying to remember. It was very easy to do, actually. Now I'm not exactly sure how I did it, but I think, did I do it like this? I don't know. I'd actually have to go listen. Oh, okay, Kevin. Yeah, I'd have to go listen to it and almost use it as a vocal reference. If you haven't heard that term, a lot of times if we haven't voiced a character as actors, they will play a file for us, like play a vocal reference so we can get back into that character. So I need a vocal reference to do Grandma Pan again. So let's see. What else? Almost sounds like Tales from Sonic. But yeah, I've done Pan in all the video games as well. Zane, it's like, don't miss the sale at Albertsons. That was one of our scripts in class. Don't miss the anniversary sale at Albertsons. Okay, so here is Super Saiyan Pan. Bam! So I signed it right there, and that was, oh no, it doesn't say who it's to. Let's see, can you see that? I love these pins. Geekside worked with an artist, and they did such an amazing job. Okay, but I'm going to put, let's see, number on that. There we go. Okay, have I ever done stunts in on-camera action roles? So I was a gymnast, and I kind of wanted to do stunts. There was only one film where I got to do some, and now I forget the name of the film. I have a picture where I was doing this, and that was even before I had done Taekwondo, because I've done Taekwondo. But I got to do a little gymnastics in the film, And I think we got to do some fight scenes. Man, I wish I could remember the name of the film, but I loved it. And I actually thought I was going to pursue stunt performing a little bit, because when I moved to LA to do acting, I was still doing gymnastics, and there was this place that had a gymnastics place that had open gym. And so I used to go to open gym every Monday, where they would let you do whatever you wanted to without supervision, for adults, that is. And there were a lot of stunt performers there. And so I would kind of work out with them. And then, I don't know what happened. I did other things, but it was super fun. Let's see. I'm on to, so my favorite color. My favorite color to wear is black. Obviously, you see me mostly in black if you see me on video. And probably my favorite color just in general is red. A non-anime question. I liked it. Oh, and somebody just joined and waved. Hello, Lord Kuro 86. Do you watch other anime? I do. Do you, believe it or not, I just started watching Pokemon, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm this far behind the 8 ball. But I was slow to the game, so that's what I'm watching right now. So I can finally, and now I've even, I've got some Pokemon cards and all the things. And I had not known much about the Dragon Ball card games or the Pokemon card games, and I'm learning a lot from that. I actually have partnered with Ginger Fusion on some things, and I've learned a lot from him and some other people, and it's really cool. And I can't believe I'm just now learning some of that. But I also am just now doing conventions, like I mentioned earlier. If you're just joining us, like I only started doing conventions in 2018. Besides, I mean, I did 2 the year that I voiced Pan, and then had a big hiatus, I guess, and then just started back. And of course, I did a couple of conventions in 2018, 2019, and we all know what happened. The world shut down. Let me complete that. Oh, I've got another Pan and Giru. And I will say, since I want to shout out artists today, there are also some artists I'm working with whose work I love, and I just haven't gotten the prints done. So sorry if I missed you, if you're not on here. And one artist, I haven't gotten a sale on this yet, but I want to do a shout out to my friend Stephanie, and if you're in the Dragon Ball world, you'll know her as SSJ Goshen 4. She just did this one, and I debuted it at KamehaCon, and I love these 3 versions of Pan, so thank you so much, Stephanie. But the next one I am going to sign is back to Pan and Giru. Oh, Susan! Okay, Susan again. Thank you, Susan. So let's see, could you... Oh, you named one of your dogs Pan. I love it so much. She was Velcro to me like Giru was to Pan. That's awesome. So, do you want me to write... Do you want me to... Tell me what you want me to write, because I know you're on here. I just want to make sure that I write the correct thing. So... And hello, Curie Rainwater. I see a wave from you. So, Susan, I am going to see if you are on here. And David, I see your question. Thank you for asking again. Can I do Betty from Shin-Chan? I don't know if I remember what she sounds like. Is she just my voice? See, I would have to, again, with the vocal reference, I would have to get a vocal reference to see what she sounds like. It was so long ago, and I think I would have to look at how many episodes she was in, so I would have to look her up. I did try to find her recently, and I had somebody helping me find some of my characters, little clips, and we had a hard time finding her. Oh, you named a Butterfree? Pan? Oh, Sailor Moon Lover, you're on Team Vegeta. Okay. I like it. Susan's dad. Oh, Susan's dad typing. Oh, okay, good. So you're going to... So, Gohan, John, Jonyan. Okay, I'm going to wait and see what I'm supposed to write on here. Sailor Moon cosplay. Yes, it was, well, I remember it was so fun meeting you, Sailor Moon cosplay, at KamehamehaCon. I loved when you were dressed as Pan. That was so cool. I loved it. And I see your comments a lot too. Thank you. Lord Kuro says you play Pan a lot. That's very cool. Please type. Oh, okay. So please write out the entire thing that is in the quotations. Okay, so that whole thing that's in the quotations. I will do that. I was just making sure. So thank you, Gohan Jonyan, who is Susan's dad. So I'm going to write that out and I will make it out to Susan. Okay, here we go. Just double checking. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I want to make sure that I have the right thing on there. So to Susan. Okay, so here's what I'm going to write. I love Pan so much. I love Pan so much. I feel like I need some theme music or something going on while I'm writing. I named one of my dogs. Let's see. Pan. I love this. She was Velcroed. And Clary, I don't know if you're on here still, but I saw you earlier. Did I say hi? To me like you. To me like you was to Pan. Okay, here we go. That was fun. That was my longest quote to date. So, it was an official record. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Thank you so much. I see somebody leaving. Have a good day. Thank you. And here is to Susan. See, it's a long one. Thank you, Susan. I hope you're having a fun con. And thank you to Susan's dad for helping me out on that one. Here we go. And if you're just joining me, welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is so much fun. I love partnering with Streamily to do this. If you're interested in a print or a pin, then you can, I've pinned the store, streamily.com/Elise Baughman. Okay, let's see. Ooh, and the next one is this by my friend Steven. Oh, Hunt Art Studios, hello. Oh my goodness, I love your work so much too. So much. Okay, let's see. George. This is for George Signs. He is my student and I have to show off his artwork. So, you know, I did Yame from Yu Yu Hakusho. And I didn't have any prints, and so he is such a talented voice actor and artist, and so he did this one for me, and he has started taking commissions, and then he did this one for me, and so I debuted both of these at KamehamehaCon as well. Oh, Curie Rainwater, thank you. And so, George, thank you for purchasing a print. I need to send you some of these while I'm at it, because actually I'm going to send George some of these. He hasn't seen the hard copy yet. He's only sent me the digital print. So George is the best. It's good to see you on here. Okay, let's see. To George. Voila. Thank you, George, so much. Here you go. Do, 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 do. Okay, let me make a note. I'm numbering the back. That's why I keep making a note. Oh, can you put it for me and Sharon? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'll add that because I want to make sure it's Shirin, right? I just want to make sure I get that right. I'll do that at the end, George. Unless I see it come by again. Hello, Mustang Dan 67 joined and waved. Hello. How does one get one of these? Oh, okay. So if somebody asked how you get one of these, I've got a store that I've pinned at the top, and it's streamily.com/Elise Baughman, and you can click on that link, and there are pins. There are the pan pins, if you haven't seen these, as if Pan went Super Saiyan. And then there are also all kind of prints. And so, sorry, I'm reading as I talk. So there are all different prints from Dragon Ball GT, from Smite, the video game, from Yu Yu Hakusho, and that's how you can get all of the merchandise that I've been signing. And then you can specify how you want me to personalize it, if you want me to write a quote, if you want me to make it out to you. And I love details. I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I'm a little OCD. So if you write details and you're very specific, I love that. I love to honor your request. So just let me know. Okay, so George, I'm going to add this to you. Let's see. Oh, somebody asked, how do you send gifts to me? So if you go to shopelisebaughman.com, that is, it has my agency address, and you can send me stuff through there. Thank you, that's very nice. And somebody asked me to say something in Pan's voice, and I missed that. So you'll have to ask me that again. Okay, let's see. So George, I will get that to you and Sharon. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to talk to Sharon soon. Tell her I will be talking to her soon. Okay, let's see. Oh, Samuel. Okay, you did like that one by Ozzy, because I see that. Let's see. I'm going to, well, I'll do it in white again. I think that really shows up. Where did my white marker go? Oh, I see. Good Steve 97 says the best artist. Ozzy is fantastic. Steve is related to Ozzy, so he's also a little biased. In the best way possible. I love it. Can you say, put your dukes up in Pan's voice? Hey! Almost choked. Hey, put your dukes up! I like saying, dude. Hey there. Oh, good to see you too. I never know how to say your username. Godefroid and it just passed. You're welcome, George. Okay, so I'm going to make this to Samuel. Ooh, and Samuel, you want me to write something on one of these? Like oh, thank you. You like my shirt. I found this one because I wanted, well, since I like black shirts and I wanted one with Pan on it, I found a GT shirt with Pan on it. Oh, Lord Kuro 86, it's his best day ever. Thank you so much. Oh, somebody asked, can I do a Yame from Yu Yu Hakusho? I did look her up, and it is kind of my voice, but I just found the records, sir. So it's just me in a more serious tone. So, but Samuel, let me know, like, I love sometimes writing Kamehameha. It's the lighter version. Oh, okay, Samuel, so anything, I want to write the Kamehameha. I think this is kind of a good one for it. I'll write that on it. And then I think this one is on the store, because the other one that Ozzy has done that I love so much is the one behind me. And I used to only have big prints of it like that, but for KamehamehaCon, again, in some of the conventions that I did this past month, I got a smaller version. So I've got the small versions of both of his. Okay, so I think I'm gonna change it up and in black do the Kamehameha. Kamehameha. And hello, Robert Jackson Man 2 joined. Eric RR99 joined. So Samuel hears this in the Kamehameha. And no, David, I don't know the voice of Pan from Canada. I would love to meet some of the other voices of Pan. Let's see. Let me make a note on this. I don't want to mess up the paint marker. Wimbeern, hello. Oh, you're welcome, Samuel. Absolutely. Thank you. For those of you, I saw some people just joined. I'm teaming with Streamily for a live autograph signing. I'm super excited. This is my first time to team with them, my first live on Instagram, actually. So this is super fun. I have a store that they've put together for me, streamily.com/Elise Baughman. Let's see, can Stephanie feature one of your... does that mean, can Stephanie be featured in one of my streams, or can she feature me? I love Stephanie, and I assume that you're meaning SSJ Goshen 4. Because, you know, we've interviewed each other. She's interviewed me for her channel. I've interviewed her for my channel. I think she even interviewed me for my channel. Like, we've done all kinds of things. Oh, and David says, can you do Mrs. Baxter from Boz the Bear? Yes, and that's kind of my voice, like, Boz, come, oh, what does she say? Boz, it's time to come eat. And then some of the things I had to sing, I just remember one time, we're at the grocery store, I'll tell you why. It was such a fun thing. I still have my Boz. So Boz was a big green bear. You probably hear my oven beeping in the background. Boz was a big green bear. Boz, it was a cartoon, like I mentioned earlier, in case you weren't with us earlier, but the show was produced and created by the Emmy Award-winning producers of Barney. So, big purple dinosaur, big green bear, this was just cartoon. So that was so fun. Oh, Keith Andrew Network, hey, thanks for joining me, I appreciate it. I have been on his show, so you'll have to check that out. Oh, Stephen. Oh, Sailor Moon Lover. Okay, your name is Stephen. Very good. Arnasia from KamehamehaCon. Hello. Sometimes I have met people and I remember names, but I don't always know how to make that connection for username to name or vice versa. So thank you for pointing that out. And yes, Keith, at some point we'll have to do part 2. We have a hard time connecting. And Sith 1744, no, I haven't. Let's see, the original Goku's voice, that would be cool to have him in the stream one day. And I still have interviews, so if you're not familiar with my YouTube channel, it's Anime Adventures, so it's just youtube.com/Anime Adventures, and I interview anime voice actors and other people in the Comic-Con world, and primarily, unless, you know, there were a couple of Zoom interviews I did during the pandemic, but primarily I interview people when I'm at Comic-Cons, and so I think I have maybe over 100 videos and 100 interviews, and I have some panels up there, like yesterday's video was a panel from KamehamehaCon 3. And so you'll have to check that out. It's been so much fun to talk to voice actors. I've talked to YouTubers like Geekdom 101, the king of Dragonball. I've talked to SSJ Goshen 4. Oh, Lord Kuro 86 says I'm subscribed. Thank you so much. David said you saw Betty in episode 86. Okay, or 66. Very good. Oh, thank you for subscribing from the beginning. There's SSJ Goshen 4. Did you happen to know we were talking about you? So earlier, oh yay, you waved. Earlier I did a shout out to you, Stephanie. Oh, thank you. I love you too. So I did a shout out because I was talking about your artwork that is in my Streamily store and that I debuted at KamehaCon and love so much. She is just a woman of so many talents. A YouTuber, a cosplayer, a Dragon Ball collector, an artist, you name it, and helped get me started in the convention world as well. Oh, and David, so you know her cosplay as Pan. That's so cool. Yeah, in fact, one of the times we interviewed each other in Savannah, is that right? She was cosplaying Pan. So that was so cool. Yes. Oh, I loved it. Thank you, Goshen. So fantastic. I'm glad you joined. Somebody even requested that you be on the live stream with me. So, and we did a live stream together from KamehaCon, and she was in charge, or what? She was running the show. I was there. Lots of love. So what else? What other questions? Oh, so Stephen, you had a crush on Pan watching Dragon Ball GT. That's so fantastic. So we'll probably just go a little while longer. If there is something that you wanted from the store and you haven't, what we're going to do is keep this stream going just a few more minutes, but then Streamily said that they would leave the store open. And in case you didn't get anything, so thank you to Streamily at streamily.com/Elise Baughman. And oh, I do see one more question. What was your favorite scene you ever recorded? So it's at the time, my favorite scenes. Oh yeah, Goshen's like, pick up one of my prints. I recommend them. So at the time recording, I probably loved the fight scenes the most because I had those surreal moments where, and I'm very physical in my acting. Like I don't do, full out punch, but I have to do like, yeah. And I do a little kick, which you can't see my foot, and I probably shouldn't kick or I'll knock down all my equipment. But I would have these moments in the booth where I was, and almost going, I was thinking to myself, I can't believe I am getting to do this. I can't believe I booked Pan. I can't believe I'm getting to do anime. I can't believe I'm part of the Dragon Ball series. It was amazing. And so somehow, I don't know why the fight scene stood out to me more than the other scenes, but when I was recording, that's what I loved most. When I went back because they used to give us DVDs and VHS tapes, if you know what those are. So they would give us those. So when I went back and watched, I think, sorry, I got something. I think one of the scenes that stood out to me is the scene where she fights Baby. And for some reason, like I get a little bit emotional because I think she's taking up for her family. And then it's just such a good fight scene. So that's what I like when I go back and watch it. Yeah. And then, there are fun moments with Giru. There are silly moments when they, dance. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yeah, Goshen. Sorry, getting distracted, but Goshen said you're wearing the GT shirt I got from Redbubble. Yes, we talked about this shirt earlier, and I forgot. Yeah, I was looking for a GT shirt and texted Stephanie and said, where can I get one? And she recommended Redbubble, so this is where it's from. I got two, actually. So those are probably my favorite scenes. And then, oh, let's see. Shark223 says my favorite is the fight with Ice Dragon. Really? Interesting. I actually think that I want to go back and watch GT again because it's been a while. And it'll be interesting to see, now that a little time has passed, to see how I feel about things, or see what memories are brought back up as well. And goodness, Funimation has changed so much, because they were in a bank building at the time, if you've heard about the bank building, and then they moved to another location, and now they recently moved to yet another location. So it'll be fun to have those memories come back. Oh, and somebody just joined. Art's Dead joined. Hello, thank you for joining us. Oh, and then David says, my favorite is the Queen Bee about Pan. Oh, that's a good one. I love that. And I've seen the Queen Bee, actually George just got that, the Queen Bee figure from Amazon. Brian says, hey, Brian says, aren't they in Coppell? I think so. I had to look this up because I can't remember if it's considered Coppell or Irving, the actual address. Because when they first moved, I heard it was going to be Plano, but you look it up and it's really Irving or Coppell. So, Art's Dead. Yeah, thank you. So, and David, no, I don't know Gray. Oh, yes, I would love to see Pan go Super Saiyan. She should go Super Saiyan. And Shark223, Copper, Texas, Coppell. I don't know what Copper, Texas is, but yeah, Coppell or Irving. I think it's Irving. Oh, and somebody said in Japan they have the same actress for Pan and Videl. I did know that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I didn't know that for a while, but recently found that out. If Pan could go Super Saiyan, how would you feel as her voice actress? If I would have loved for her to go Super Saiyan. I think that would have been so cool. I have not gotten to meet Carrie Savage. Yeah. Oh, I know. I need to meet some of these actresses from, well, I would love to meet some of the Japanese actors and actresses. I think that would be so cool. Oh, let's see if we've got anything right here. Wow, well, this was so much fun. I had talked to Streamily, and we were going to try to wrap it up by 3. I absolutely loved my time. It was a great first experience for being live on Instagram and being live on Streamily. So I just have to thank Streamily for this experience. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And thank you for those of you who bought something on my Streamily store. And like I said, the Streamily store is going to stay open in case you missed something, but I am going to sign off, and maybe we'll do this again sometime. This was really fun. So thank you. See you later. I'll say it in Pan's voice. Bye. See you later. Yeah. See ya. Bye.